Away from temple controversy, massive breaking news coming in this Monday evening here on Republic TV. Mehul Choksi has sought asylum in the United States of America. That's the big story. That is breaking. Republic TV bringing to you this super exclusive update on the Nirav Modi scam. Now the latest is that Mehul Choksi has applied for political asylum in the US on the 3rd of May. That's what we understand. Sources telling Republic TV that Choksi entered US on the 30th of Jan 2018. Choksi has US B1, B2 visa which expires on the 20th of April 2021. And now first on Republic TV, Mehul Choksi seeking asylum in the United States of America. Two sensational scoops on Choksi here on Republic TV. The latest is that Mehul Choksi, after entering the United States of America on the 30th of January 2018, has now sought asylum, political asylum, keep in mind, and he's applied for it on the 3rd of May. That's the latest that we're picking up. We have Republic TV's Deputy Editor Shravan Sen now joining us with more details on this massive story that's breaking. Shravan, over to you. Shravan Sen is bringing to you that Republic TV super exclusive on Mehul Choksi seeking political asylum in the United States of America. He has got a B1/B2 visa that is set to expire in April 2021. Meanwhile, he has entered the United States of America on the 30th of Jan 2018. That's according to the records that we've accessed. That Shravan Sen, our Deputy Editor, has access. Shravan, talk to us.
This is the information now coming in with the fact that Mehul Choksi is seeking asylum in the United States of America. This comes on the similar lines given the fact that Mehul Choksi, along with Nirav Modi, the first country perhaps you saw them actually moving to was the United States of America. Remember, it's the place where they have their businesses also in place. Now we are picking up that that's the refuge that he is seeking. On the other hand, there are also reports essentially trickling in that with regards to Nirav Modi, he's also looking at London, the place where he would be seeking refuge. But this certainly comes as a major sort of a step that has been taken by the legal team of Mehul Choksi, essentially suggesting Mehul Choksi that he could seek asylum in the United States of America. How does that really pan out? One will have to certainly look into the fact, but clearly with regards to Nirav Modi moving towards London, and on the other hand you have Mehul Choksi essentially seeking asylum in the United States of America. Clearly a development which is coming in soon after the charge sheet which has already been filed by the Central Bureau of Investigation. Two charge sheets that have already been filed in this particular case. One charge sheet against Nirav Modi and the other charge sheet was against Mehul Choksi. Both the charge sheet basically indicates the very fact that they are looking at.
Right. Shravan, stay with us. So we have our political news editor Aishwarya Kapoor joining us on the phone line with more details. He has all the details on Mehul Choksi's exit plan or escape plan. Aishwarya, talk to us. What is the latest you're picking up from your sources?
Well, Krishna, both of these individuals who are now wanted, they have an Interpol notice against them, so it's not going to be that easy for them. Because as our colleague Aditya was also breaking this information that they were still on an Indian passport and they have a valid Indian US visa, but it's an Indian government granted visa. So keeping that in mind, the Indian government is going to keep a very close tab on their movement, and that's exactly why the Indian agencies have picked up this information that the man, Mehul Choksi, has applied for a political asylum. But this is not going to be very easy for him. But he is going to desperately try, Krishna, and that's exactly what he seems to be doing. He entered the US in the last week of January, and now he's trying for a political asylum, understanding that the noose is tightening against him. And then his colleague, Nirav Modi, both of these individuals are now trying and getting asylum in two separate countries. And as Shravan was also telling, Nirav Modi is trying his level best to rather get an asylum in the UK. Now Mehul Choksi trying and getting an asylum in the US is something which is being seen as a desperate move, because they know now that the Indian agencies are moving in and moving in fast.
Indian agencies are moving in fast. Aishwarya, this, even as we understand that Nirav Modi is talking to a fresh set of lawyers abroad. Shravan, talk to us. if he gets political asylum in the US, then it becomes that much more difficult for Indian authorities to bring Mehul Choksi to book. But then again, it is not easy for Mehul Choksi at this point in time.
Well, Krishna, that's certainly one step ahead as far as his legal strategy is concerned. Now, this was on the expected lines that he would be seeking refuge in the United States of America, because this was perhaps the first country that he moved in. And as far as Nirav Modi is concerned, remember, his lawyers are already in touch with the political establishment. But what is certainly very important, Krishna, is as far as the Indian investigating agencies are concerned, they have made it very clear that they are also proceeding ahead with the red corner notice that would be issued against Nirav Modi as well as Mehul Choksi. And that takes place, then you would have the Interpol country members who would essentially respond to an arrest warrant as far as this particular case is concerned, because that's the closest that you could go to an arrest warrant once the red corner notice is issued. So clearly, as far as Nirav Modi as well as Mehul Choksi's legal team is concerned, they're also worried because you have the Indian investigating agencies now moving forward with the 2 charge sheet which has already been filed, which would basically pave way for the red corner notice to be issued. And that is something that is going to be a huge blow to Nirav Modi as well as Mehul Choksi.
Shravan Sen, Deputy Editor, joining us with the latest. It's the second scoop. Shravan, first, in fact, was the charge sheet that you got access to. That charge sheet exposing criminality, collusion, naming top bankers, who were clearly involved in this, in what's the biggest banking scam in independent India. Shravan.
Well, Krishna, this is the charge sheet that we have essentially accessed. Now, this charge sheet is against Nirav Modi as well as Mehul Choksi. This charge sheet talks about how this particular fraud that was committed could have been avoided had it not been for the top bankers who were involved. The top banker here involved is Usha Ananta Subramaniam, who was the managing director as well as the CEO of PNB between 2015 and 2017, where they were clearly informed with regards to the fact that there was already a fraud which took place in the year 2016. Thereafterwards, the Reserve Bank of India had already issued a circular, and despite that, Usha Ananta Subramaniam as well as several others of the PNB, they did not really act on this particular issue. This was a warning that was given by the Reserve Bank of India, but clearly PNB officials did not pay heed. Now, that's one big important point really coming in. That gives you a sense of the entire collusion between the top bank officials as well as Mehul Choksi's aides, because they are the ones who were in touch with the officials of PNB, and they had basically given details with regards to the fraudulently manner in which they had also issued the letter of understandings and all the buyer credits that were essentially issued. So clearly a big takeaway from this particular charge sheet is the very fact that how Punjab National Bank officials who were also involved, they were the ones who actually helped Mehul Choksi as well as Nirav Modi to at least get all the details with regards to the LOUs, and the very fact that despite a warning really coming in from the Reserve Bank of India, PNB really did not act upon it.